Hello, this is Mark Wildman of Wildman Athletica, and today we are going to talk about a combination metabolic training exercise. We're going to combine 4 basic movements together: the kettlebell jump back plank, the kettlebell push-up, the kettlebell deadlift, and the kettlebell row. The great thing about kettlebells is that they are intermediate weights that are cheap, inexpensive, and very hard to hurt, and you can combine basic exercises together in an infinite number of ways to get an infinite number of workouts. This exercise uses every muscle in your body. It's a push, it's a pull, it's a deadlift, and it's an ab. The most important part about this exercise, because it's a combination exercise, is the setup. If your feet aren't in the right spot and the kettlebells aren't in the right spot, the exercises will not link together well, and it'll get harder instead of easier over time. You should have enough distance between the kettlebells that the kettlebells sit directly under your shoulder. If the kettlebells are further apart, the push-up part gets hard. If the kettlebells are closer together, the push-up part gets hard. Try and have the kettlebells shoulder width apart. Point your thumbs towards the sky. When your hands go down to your hips, your thumbs will be pointing straight ahead. Step up to your kettlebells, feet pointed straight ahead. At the top, practice. Pull your kneecap up. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can. Drive your rib cage down. Track your hands down the insides of your legs until they find the kettlebell. Make sure the kettlebells are stable. Eyes up, tailbone down. Jump back into the plank. Plank position. Try and get rid of the bent legs. Make your legs as straight as possible. Squeeze your glutes. Add in our push-up. Go as low as you can. Press up. Squeeze the triceps. Tuck the tailbone. Jump the feet all the way forward. Feet flat on the ground. Eyes up, tailbone down. That's the important part. Stand all the way up. At the top, pull your kneecap up. Squeeze your glutes. Drive your rib cage down. Kettlebells down in between the line of the feet. Add in the row. Pull the elbow to the hip. Pause. Set the weights all the way down. Make sure they are stable and start a new rep. Jump back plank. Squeeze glutes. Drive rib cage down. Add push-up. Elbows close to the body. Press up, squeeze the triceps. Feet forward, flat on the ground. Eyes up, tailbone down. Stand up. Squeeze 3 things. Squeeze your quads, squeeze your glutes, drive your rib cage down to flex your abs. Eyes up, tailbone down, weight in the heels. Add in the row. Squeeze your tricep. Stand all the way up with good technique. This exercise is what you might think of as a hard style exercise. You're trying to create a lot of tension in your body by doing this. And we're running through a series of activation drills as we do every movement in the series. During the plank, we want to make our legs as straight as possible, pull our kneecaps up by squeezing our quads. Then squeeze your glutes because it's going to flatten out your lower back and it's going to help you engage your abs. If your glutes are loose and your hips are tipped back and your ribs are up, it is really hard for you to activate your abs. So these 3 things are meant to engage your core to protect your lower back to make you stronger. During the push-up, continue to hold all the activations from the plank. Kneecaps up, quads on, rib cage down. As you jump forward from the plank, the goal is to get your feet all the way forward so your heels are flat on the ground. The main mistake people will make will be not putting their feet all the way forward, and then when they try to deadlift, the kettlebells will be out in front of them. It will hurt their lower back. The goal is to get your feet all the way forward, and then when you stand up at the top, the same activations that you used in the plank, the same activations that you used in the push-up. The row is probably the thing that's going to cause the most people the most trouble as they figure out the height where their tailbone should be so that they can properly activate. Let's walk through it again. Thumbs point towards the sky, step up to your bells, feet pointed straight ahead. That makes it easier to get your feet back forward than if you turn out. Track down, thumbs point straight ahead so our wrist is in good position. Jump back, 3 points of activation. Straighten the legs, pull the kneecaps up, squeeze the glutes, and then crush your rib cage down to fire your abs. Push up, head forward. Your thumbs should line up at your pec line. Press up, lock out. Squeeze the triceps as hard as you can so that you have a stable base for the jump forward. If you don't jump all the way forward, then when you do the push-up, the kettlebells will be out in front of you and you will be more likely to get hurt. Get those feet all the way forward. Eyes up, drop the tailbone down, put the weight in the heel. Stand all the way up. Same activation as the plank. Quad, glute, rib cage. Track down, eyes remain forward till the kettlebells go back on the ground. Get to whatever a comfortable row position is. Usually eyes forward to 45 degrees pointed forward at the ground. Pull the elbows to the hip, contract the lat, set the weights all the way down with good technique. Make sure they're not moving, squeeze the triceps to begin your next rep. This is a simple exercise, but it is not easy. The simpler an exercise is, normally the harder it can be, because the more you can do of it, the faster you can go and the more contraction you can do. This one is usually either done as a warm-up or a finisher after your primary lift. Your primary lifts should be your clean, your swing, your snatch, your press, your Turkish get-up, and your squat. And you will have mathematical programs dedicated to those things, because we should treat kettlebells like barbells in the first 3 years of training. This exercise would either go before that to make sure the whole body is turned on as a wake-up exercise, or it would go at the end as a finisher exercise. Once people get good at this exercise, you will see this exercise plugged into an idea called metabolic conditioning, where you would change the numbers of each individual movement every time you did it. So you could do 1 jump back plank, 3 push-ups, 4 deadlifts, 5 rows, jump back plank, and then you could change those numbers every time. This has an excellent effect on your metabolism by changing your breathing pattern and the demand a little bit every day. The human body is meant to do some things and get very, very good at them. That is your primary training. And then you do something like this, which is intentionally out of order so that you cannot be prepared for it in order to keep your body responding positively.